most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi there, folks. I'm Bob Short, physical therapist.
Oh, Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, considering the circumstances that we all find ourselves in, we're going to go over the perfect home workout, stay healthy and fit, and probably keep sane.
Keep saying what?
Keep sane.
Sane, oh
sane,
yeah.
Not keep saying what.
Yeah. And
All
no
right.
equipment needed with this, Bob.
Right, no equipment needed. So
full body strength, working posture. It's a whole deal up top to bottom.
All right, before we start real quick, if you are new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Go to bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section. We're always having a giveaway contest. This week, we're giving away one of the knee glides. This is a great exercise device for someone who's got knee pain or had a knee replacement or knee surgery. I'll put that back, Brad. You'll also find it on Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page, the contest that is. Go to Twitter or Instagram or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program.
Nice job, Bob.
Let's go, baby. I'm pumped up.
Relax, Bob. Relax.
Okay.
All right, we'll start with a warm-up. Jumping jacks. Just your typical standard jumping jack.
Come on, everybody. Join us.
Yeah. Stick with us.
Come on, Mike. Get going here.
Mike says no. He's got earmuffs on. All right. Now, knee circles. These are one of my favorite ones for the hips. Pretend there's a piece of chalk on your knee and you're going to make circles on the chalkboard. Big circles. Yeah.
Big circles.
Yeah, you could do the arm motion.
Yeah.
I was watching a lady do this on YouTube yesterday. I thought maybe I should do that.
Everybody's been kung fu fighting.
All right. That's enough of that. Trunk rotation. Just relax.
Nice. This is a great one.
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
Think about your breathing. Nice and relaxed. Get some
an elephant. You can go like this.
You're interrupting me, Bob.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, and Bob's favorite. Hallelujah. Stretch it out. Everything is going to be okay. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Don't worry, be happy.
Bob Barker said, or no, that was the other guy.
Bob Barker?
Oh, okay, let's go on. 3 deep breaths. We got to get ready for the workout. 1, breathe in your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Get your shoulders back. Think about that posture.
Were you trying to say Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, that's it. I knew it was something like that. Okay, posture squats.
Okay.
This is Bob's.
I'll go straight ahead if you want to go forward.
Shoulders back, and this is a posture squat. You're going to go down as deep as you feel comfortable and back up.
You really want to have your legs fairly wide apart on these.
Right.
You're trying to teach your body to squat down lower, and it's easier to do that. But you're getting good posture. And yeah, I do them different ways, Brad. Sometimes I go like this. Sometimes I go back more. But it's all working the posture of the entire back while you're doing these.
If you look at me, I'm trying to keep up and tall. We're doing 10 of each. You can do more. You can do less as you want. We've done 11 or 12 right there. Okay. All right, now we're going to go down and do some push-ups.
All right, you can do knee push-ups if you aren't accustomed to doing these. Or you can go ahead and do the full thing.
Right. There's a lot of variations. Do your favorite push-up. If you haven't done them before, start into them.
Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together while you're doing these.
There you go.
And Brad's got his arms a little closer together. I've got mine a little further apart.
Yep.
You want the elbows somewhat pointing backwards if you can, towards your feet.
Yeah. I think we're
not going out to the side like this.
Mike, are you counting for us? Okay, I think we got a good 10 done.
All right.
All right, now we're going to stay right there. And
we go right to the pointer dog.
Pointer dog is right. Left arm out, right leg out, and hold it just for a second and come back.
Can you imagine if you had a dog, or 2 dogs, and you went hunting and one was pointing this way and one was pointing the other way?
No, Bob, I can't. They probably wouldn't be the...
They're pointing at the pheasants.
They're probably not going to win any awards.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? And we're going to do 10. That would be 5 on each side. And again, if you want to do more, you're certainly welcome to. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, I think we're doing fine. They look like they're waving at us.
I got to tell you, Bob, I'm feeling strong like bull.
Oh, like this.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Take a little breather. And then we're going to go to standing. I call these W's with a chin tuck. It's a postural exercise.
Yeah, it's a posture exercise.
So here and chin.
And this gives you a little recovery time.
Yep.
And it works on posture while you're recovering.
Breathe in while you go back. Exhale as you go forward. Yeah, that makes a big difference on this one. And you'll feel the muscles between your shoulder blades and across your back working if you're doing it properly. Oh, you got any good jokes, Bob?
You got the whole family out there? I want to make sure
this should be a family activity.
Yeah, that's right.
When everyone's at home,
get all the kids.
You shouldn't be sitting there watching TV. Right. You should be watching Bob and Brad doing your exercises.
Get the pets out there too. The pets, they can participate.
This is one of my
Mike's dog doing this. All right, go ahead.
Get the dog. No dogs on this, Bob. Deep stance, athletic stance, like this. Hands up like this. You're ready for anything. And we're gonna imagine the ceiling is low. Lateral lunges or just lateral motion like this. You're going to feel those quads. If you want to lunge down.
Back to my basketball days here.
Yeah.
Defense.
I wear it.
There's no Final Four. There's no NCAA tournament.
Well, the computerized did one, and guess who won? Wisconsin.
They did?
Yeah, they did. I saw on the news this morning. You better believe it.
Now I wonder who came up with that. Somebody programmed it in Wisconsin.
Exactly right. Keep working them. Keep breathing. If you don't feel the burn, go a little deeper.
I'm as deep as I go. These hips don't go very far down anymore. Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right, Bob. He's a tall drink of water. I think that makes a difference too. Okay, good.
All right.
Next one. On your back. This is a nice core exercise for the obliques. Okay, you're going to take your right elbow to your right knee with your back staying flat on the floor.
Yeah, no, it's really key that you do not lift the back up and curl too much. You know, you're just working the abdomen without curling the back too excessively. All right, you're gonna do it while we're on camera. Brad's mic cut out. This is what I've been waiting for my entire life, to have the show by myself and not have Brad on there. All right, next one. It's me now. Let's see where we're at. Quadruped.
Check anything. All right, I'm back in this. All right, now we're going to quadruped
hip extension.
Yep.
So we're gonna do right leg first. Brad, you cut out again.
Keep going, bro.
All right. Maybe it's a sign, Brad, that you shouldn't be doing this anymore.
Yeah. Up and back. How's that? There we go. Right. Oh, man. 10 times on each leg. Don't do them too fast. Bob's doing alternate. I'm doing all 10 on right leg, and then I'm going to switch. Either way, whichever trips your trigger.
I wonder if your wife could turn you off like that. That would be ideal.
I'm going to turn off to a lot of people.
You got problems, Brad. All right, I'm going to go to the next one. Hip abduction. This is like the fire hydrant one. This is where you bring it all to the side. Like if you can borrow your imaginations.
This is what dogs do on the fire hydrant.
This is what dogs do on the fire hydrant. This is a great one because you're working on a little bit of stretching too at the same time.
Yeah.
And strengthening.
10 again on each leg. You'll feel the burn if you get it up as high as you can.
You know, I'm tighter on my right side. This is where you can figure out the imbalances you have on your body. So, all right, Brad, I think, all right, Brad has got problems, technical problems.
We don't worry about that.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay, rotating. Nope, rotating.
Oh,
bridges. Oh no, wow, you're right, mountain climbers. I love the mountain climbers. Am I still in there, Mike? You can hear me?
Try to keep somewhat good posture while you're doing these. These are a hard workout.
Yeah, they're good. Why?
Brad cut out again. So we're going to do the next one, supine bridging. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down while Brad's still trying to figure things out.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'll go ahead and just do some bridging like this.
We're back, aren't we? Okay.
Are we doing single leg at all?
Yeah, if you want to. You can do 2 legs. If it's too easy, stick 1 leg out. Let's do that right now, Bob. Get your butt up as high as you can.
Yeah. Just got my arms nice and relaxed. And I'm going to squeeze to the other side. Now we're getting a little bit of workout of hamstring, and we're getting those glutes max. So
put your foot farther away from your butt. Can you do that from that angle, Bob?
Yep.
That works more hamstring.
Yep, this is more hamstring. And you got to watch out because that could cause it to cramp up even. Yeah. So you want to find that general position.
Be careful with that.
Brad cut out again?
I'm fine, Bob. Don't worry about it. This is one of my... Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Push-up position.
Oh, rotating planks. I don't know. I've never done these before, so I got to make sure I can do them.
Now do these slow with good control. Up and over.
I guess I can do them.
Keep your toes close together. It makes it a little more difficult.
I don't need to make them difficult. Yeah, Brad's cable must be going here. So just keep watching what we're doing, not what Brad is saying. So, all right, Brad, how about we got lunges yet? We're almost done. Brad's...
You go forward, Bob. I'm going to go the sideways.
Okay.
Right leg goes out. Deep lunge.
That was my left leg, but
it doesn't matter. As long as you can do one leg, all 10 on one leg, or alternate right and left.
Are you hearing, Brad?
Oh, okay. I'm in. Good. Posture.
Now, posture. His posture keeps coming. Keep working on that, but you're going to go...
Not like this.
If these are new to you, you probably don't want to do 10 of these to start off with. This is going to be fairly advanced. So we're at number, I don't know. We don't know what we're doing.
This is the last exercise.
This is the last exercise. Are we hearing Brad or not?
I'm clear.
No, we're hearing him.
All right, now shake it off a little bit.
Now, he's just popping in and out. We'll get this figured out next show. Don't worry.
All right, breathe and relax. Relax. Now, after you do this, get some water. Relax, breathe, and read a book. Don't watch the TV. Read a book. You got to get some information in your mind.
Yeah, you want to become intelligent.
Right. Yeah, read a book on nutrition. I've been doing some good nutrition books.
He's cutting out. Let's cut Brad out of this whole show here. So, remember, Brad, you and I can fix just about anything except for a broken heart, but we'll keep working on it.
I'm there now.
All right. Thanks for watching.